Welcome back to Nick Lenz's Comic Corner, Classic / Non-Classic. This is episode number 658 and Doubleshot number 562. Two Transformer trades, and it's the first two volumes of Transformers Lost Light. These two trades collect the first 12 issues of this ongoing series, which is still publishing right now. Let's first start with Volume 1. Which has the crew of the Lost Light going to a parallel universe where apparently the Great Cybertronian War never happened. I know, it's one of the most oddest things. This is actually probably the first time I can think of where... Now, Transformers has done time travel before, but this is the first time I can think of where they went to an alternate universe. One thing I love about the series is the fact we actually have two familiar characters being the stars of the series, Megatron and Rodimus Prime. There's even Cyclonus pops up in here as well. Yep. And they're trying a place called Cybertopia. They don't find it here, but yeah, but they do find it in here. Yep. Now the writing for these 12 issues are done by James Roberts, with the first trade just the artwork by Jack Lawrence, and the second volume done by Jack Lawrence and Prestige Tamarino. Yeah. This is by far a really fun series to read, and it is great though that my library got a chance to get their hands on these trades because this is just a fantastic series. And this is a series that was originally more to me CI. It was relaunched as Lost Light. And out of the two titles, this is now in the Optimus Prime book, they mix in politics with that one because they're on Earth. This is all about space. Oh, and here's something interesting about Lost Light. There are no humans in this entire series. Optimus Prime, there is humans. This book, there are no humans. It's just robots. All robots. Really great series. I highly recommend it for people who are fans of the Transformers franchise. Yep, though at the end of this volume, they do reach Cybertopia. I give both trades a 9.5 out of 10. Really great stuff. Though I did forget to mention in the last episode of the creative team of this book right here. Let me take it off because I got some time here. The writing here for this particular thing is done by Matt Owens with artwork by a few different artists on here. Oh, it's actually done by at least two. You have Dwayne Scarn, who does all 5 issues, with Edgar Salazar for co-artwork on issue 4. This is one. Now, the Transformers Lost Light series, it's a series that I definitely do agree with existing because, the Transformers franchise has got a ton of characters. And you can't all fit these characters in one series because there are a ton of Transformer characters. So, it makes perfect sense to do this. Also, in that series, one of the issues, I believe it's in the second volume, where, because at the end of More Meets the Eye series, long-time Decepticon Ravage dies. And what does Megatron do with him? Does he put him in a tomb? No, he buries him on an alien planet with a gravestone. I'm like, that's nice of him to do. Now, the only reason why he did it was because of how many years of loyalty, because all the centuries of loyalty, because all the years of loyalty Ravage had to Megatron. Yeah, and it's great though. You have Decepticons turning good, which I think is a brilliant storytelling idea because most times Decepticons have picked up being just plain evil. Like, Megatron is not the only one who basically is working with the Autobots, so he technically is an Autobot. There's a couple others. There is Skywarp, who still technically is a Decepticon, but he's working with the Joes. You have Soundwave working with the Autobots because he doesn't want to do anything with Galvatron. Yeah, in the IDW universe, Galvatron and Megatron are two separate characters because normally Megatron becomes Galvatron. That's the way it normally is in a lot of continuities. But this is the first one where they actually made it two separate characters. Though they kind of did something like this in the original Transformers comic published by Marvel, where they did have Galvatron just wandering through a ship and he just somehow stumbled across Megatron. Yeah, I think that the creators must have taken the idea from the original Marvel comic book and basically made it a canon concept, even though that was a bizarre thing to see in that series. And that series, I mean, for the first, like, 60 so issues, it was a fantastic book. Though, for some reason, during the last couple years of the book, they decided to have the characters fight zombies. Though, it was not interesting in that comic, but it was interesting during the Dark Sabaton crossover. Yep. So, that is it for this particular review. I have one more video I want to do today, and reviewing the newest episode of Barta. And I've been hearing that it was a really good episode, but I'll give my opinion upon it when I get a chance to watch the episode soon. Okay? But until I see you on my next video, bye.